All right, today we're going to break down an absolutely brilliant mental model that'll help you master pretty much any topic you set your mind to. It's a way of taking these huge, complex, confusing ideas and making them simple, clear, and something you actually understand. Let's dive right in.
You've totally been there, right? I mean, you read a chapter in a textbook, you watch a video, let's say it's about something like, I don't know, photosynthesis, and you're nodding along, it all makes sense. But then a friend asks you to explain it, and your mind just hits a wall. It's so frustrating, and we've all felt it.
Well, that feeling, that whole phenomenon, it actually has a name. It's called the illusion of knowledge, and that's the exact problem we're going to tackle today. It's this sneaky little mental trap that tricks us into thinking we get something way better than we actually do.
And here's the key distinction. See, recognizing something is passive. It's easy. You see a term, a formula, and your brain goes, oh yeah, I've seen that before. But truly knowing something, that's active. It means you can build that idea back up from zero, in your own words. That huge gap between recognizing and explaining, well, that's where real learning often falls apart.
So the big question is, how do we bridge that gap? Well, lucky for us, there's an incredibly elegant solution from a guy they called the Great Explainer, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. His method, the Feynman technique, is basically designed to completely shatter that illusion of knowledge.
At its very heart, this technique isn't just another way to study. It's more like a diagnostic tool for your own brain. It's built to ruthlessly find and expose every single weak point in your understanding, because it forces you to confront them by trying to teach what you know.
And what's so great is how versatile this thing is. It's not just for when you're learning something totally new. You can use it to really deepen the knowledge you already have, or, and this is a big one, to stress test what you think you know right before a huge exam. It pushes you past just memorizing facts and forces you to really get the connections between them.
Okay, so how does it actually work? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. It all breaks down into 4 really straightforward steps. This is your roadmap to locking in that knowledge for good.
And I really want you to focus on that word, simple. Seriously, don't let the simplicity fool you. The reason this method is so powerful is because it's simple. It leaves you no place to hide from what you don't know. All right, here they are, the 4 steps. First, you pick your concept and you just dive in, study up. Simple enough. But step 2, this is where the magic really happens. You have to pretend you're the teacher. Get out a blank sheet of paper and write out an explanation as if you were teaching it to a total beginner. Then comes step 3, the moment of truth. Every time you hesitate, you get stuck, or you find yourself using a bunch of jargon, bam, that's a gap in your understanding. You have to go back to your books and fill that hole. And finally, step 4, you refine. You look at what you've written and you simplify it, ruthlessly. You replace complex terms with simple ones. You come up with analogies, because if you can't explain it simply, you don't really get it. That's the whole process.
And all of this really points to the core philosophy behind this whole thing. It is all about the incredible, profound power of simplicity.
And let's be super clear about this. Making something simple is not dumbing it down. Not at all. It is the exact opposite. It's the ultimate proof that you've grappled with a complex idea so thoroughly that you've boiled it down to its absolute essence. It's the final test of your own knowledge.
And you can really see the 2 outcomes here. On one side, you've got that confusing explanation. You know the one. It's full of big words and jargon, and it just sounds smart but doesn't actually teach anyone anything. That's the illusion. But on the other side, you've got something that's clear, that's concise, that uses a simple analogy that just clicks. That is real, lasting understanding.
Now, this powerful idea didn't come from some modern productivity guru. Nope. It came from one of the greatest scientific minds of the 20th century. We've been saying his name, so let's properly meet the man behind the method, Richard Feynman.
I mean, Feynman was this incredible theoretical physicist who won a Nobel Prize. He was working on mind-bendingly complex stuff like quantum electrodynamics. But the thing that made him a legend wasn't just his genius, it was his uncanny ability to make that genius understandable to almost anyone. He famously used to test his brilliant colleagues, not by asking for their complex equations, but by asking them to explain their ideas in simple, plain language. If they couldn't do it, he knew they hadn't truly mastered it yet.
See, for him, this wasn't just some quirky habit. It was a fundamental belief about knowledge. He was convinced that if you couldn't break an idea down and explain it simply, you didn't really understand it yourself. And that powerful principle is the gift he's given to all of us.
So now the ball's in your court. Think about it. What's one subject, one concept that you've always struggled with? I challenge you to grab a piece of paper and just try to teach it to a beginner. Go find those gaps, simplify the language, and truly make that knowledge your own.
So what's it going to be? What complex idea are you going to make simple today?